Welcome back to Dark History Files, the channel where we uncover the darkest secrets, forgotten crimes, and terrifying truths hidden deep inside history. Today, we travel back to 1692, to a small village filled with fear, paranoia, and death. Imagine living in a town where one accusation could destroy your entire life. No proof, no evidence, just fear. This is the dark truth behind the Salem Witch Trials. It all began in Salem, Massachusetts, when two young girls, Betty Paris and Abigail Williams, suddenly started acting strangely. They screamed uncontrollably, twisted their bodies into painful positions, and claimed invisible spirits were attacking them. The villagers were terrified. Doctors could not explain the strange behavior. So many believed the girls had been cursed by witches. In a deeply religious society where people feared the devil more than death itself, panic spread rapidly through the town. Soon, the girls began accusing people of witchcraft. Their first targets were easy victims: a poor beggar named Sarah Good, an elderly woman named Sarah Osborne, and a slave named Tituba. Under extreme pressure and fear, Tituba confessed to practicing witchcraft and claimed there were many more witches hiding in Salem. Her confession shocked the town and unleashed a nightmare nobody could stop. Fear consumed Salem. Neighbors accused neighbors. Friends betrayed friends. Even children testified against their own parents. The court allowed something terrifying called spectral evidence, which meant if someone claimed they saw your spirit attacking them in a dream or vision, it could be used against you in court. No real proof was needed. Once accused, you were almost certainly doomed. As the hysteria grew worse, innocent people were dragged into courtrooms and forced to confess to crimes they never committed. Those who denied being witches often faced execution. 19 people were hanged during the trials, while many others died in prison waiting for judgment. One elderly man named Giles Corey refused to confess or enter a plea. As punishment, officials placed heavy stones on his chest to crush him slowly to death. Even while suffering unimaginable pain, his final words were terrifyingly calm: "More weight." But the Salem witch trials were not just about fear of witchcraft. Some people used the chaos for personal revenge. Old arguments between neighbors suddenly became deadly accusations. Land disputes, jealousy, and hatred all played a role in deciding who would be called a witch. Salem became a town ruled by fear, suspicion, and paranoia. Nobody trusted anyone anymore. After months of executions and arrests, people finally began questioning the madness. Important leaders realized innocent lives were being destroyed without real evidence. The governor of Massachusetts eventually banned spectral evidence and ended the trials. But by then, the damage had already been done. Families were destroyed, reputations ruined, and innocent people were dead. Even today, historians still debate what caused the strange events in Salem. Some believe the girls suffered from mass hysteria caused by fear and religious pressure. Others think illness, poisoning from contaminated food, or psychological trauma may have been responsible. But one thing is certain: the Salem witch trials remain one of the darkest examples of how fear and blind belief can turn ordinary people into monsters. And the scariest part is this: Salem teaches us that when fear controls society, truth disappears, innocent people suffer, and darkness spreads faster than anyone can stop it. Thanks for watching Dark History Files. If you enjoyed uncovering this terrifying chapter of history, make sure to like, subscribe, and join us again as we uncover more secrets buried deep in the shadows of the past.